Well, thanks for joining us. I'm Jurnee Taylor, and I hope you've been having a great day so far. Well, it's been a beautiful one, and I'm joined now by meteorologist Nathan Scott. And Nathan, let me just say, stepping outside, I almost want to say like the humidity just disappeared on this Tuesday. What do you think?
You're right, Jurnee. It got the boot. We had that front make its way in. Drier air has made its way in here from Canada, so it feels good out there this afternoon. We got the sun with some competition of some high clouds. More clouds off to the west, though. You see the clouds really thick into Oklahoma and Texas, so we'll see increasing clouds this afternoon. Temperature right now, it's delightful. 83 degrees, 77 in Russellville, 85 with more sunshine in Hot Springs, and then you drop back down into the 70s in Fort Smith and also Mena because of the clouds. The dew points, they are lower, about 5 to 10 degrees lower than just 24 hours ago, and that is that less humid air. Remember, these dew points were into the 70s this time yesterday. Now they've dropped down to the 50s in many areas, low 60s for everybody else. Your hour-by-hour forecast, the sun will be fading away with the day progressing along. Temperatures today pretty much topping out into the mid to upper 80s. We're dry for your Tuesday. Here's the numbers across the rest of the state. Probably 90 in Pine Bluff, low 90s in Monticello, into the low 80s in Clinton, and probably only to the upper 70s in North Arkansas. The clouds will produce the chance of some spotty showers on Wednesday. Not everybody is going to see the rain. I'll let you know who has the best chance of rain and how long it will stick around coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. Well, developing right now, several counties in the state remained under burn bans this afternoon, and more than half of the state has a moderate or high wildfire danger. We're now up to 9 counties at this time that are under a burn ban, majority of which are in the southern part of the state. Take a look at this map. Bradley, Chico, Independence, Jefferson, Lincoln, Ouachita, Perry, Sevier, and Union counties are all under this burn ban that are issued by county judges. Violations of the burn ban are considered a Class A misdemeanor and are enforceable by law enforcement and fire officials, so it's imperative that you are aware and listen. Please check before you consider burning, as these fires can pick up quicker than you think. And when there is a risk of fires, Arkansas relies heavily on volunteer fire departments. There are more than 1,000 fire departments across Arkansas. And according to the Arkansas Division of Emergency Management, only 28 are staffed with fully paid career employees. Popular tourist areas like Beaver Lake often rely on the part-timers, as they did yesterday. Many of the firefighters at that department either work full-time jobs elsewhere or attend school on the side.
Some that are nurses, we have some that work in factories, we have some other fire department guys that work full-time at the city. We have guys that work on or diesel mechanics, and all walks of life come be volunteers.
And to get by, many small fire departments rely heavily on dues and donations to keep their station running. Now, a crime alert. A Stone County man is arrested, charged in a shooting that left one person injured. Deputies got a call Saturday afternoon to the town of Luber, just south of Mountain View. They found someone who had been shot with what they call minor injuries. That person got first aid and then was flown to a hospital in Little Rock. Meanwhile, deputies arrested 60-year-old Stephen Allen Gill. He's charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault and endangering the welfare of a minor. And developing now, tragedy in Chicago. 4 passengers on an L train are dead. A suspect is under arrest after a mass shooting spanning 2 train cars in a Chicago suburb. Police say the shooting happened on a Blue Line train that was heading from Chicago's O'Hare Airport to the suburban community of Forest Park. 3 of the victims died on the train, while another was taken to a hospital nearby where they later died. The shooting appears to be random, and police say there was no known motive.
It's a horrible situation. It's definitely something that you don't want to wake up to. It's a Monday morning on a holiday.
Police have yet to release names or ages of the victims, and investigators say surveillance video led them to an arrest, a suspect who was on a different train.
I promise you, if you elect Kamala Harris as president, it'll be the best decision you will have ever made.
And that was President Joe Biden speaking to a union hall in Pittsburgh on Monday. Vice President Kamala Harris campaigned alongside President Biden for the first time since she replaced him as the Democrats' presidential candidate. President Biden passing the torch on Monday in Pennsylvania, urging union voters to stand with Vice President Harris. The appearance capped a full day of campaigning for Harris, who visited Detroit and Pittsburgh, two of the biggest centers of organized labor.
Oh, it's good to be in the House of Labor. You better thank a union member for the 5-day work week. You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time.
Vice President Harris is headed to New Hampshire tomorrow, and then she's right back in Steel City on Thursday. Now, meanwhile, a defiant Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, is pushing back against pressure to reach a deal for a ceasefire following the killing of 6 hostages. Natalie Brand has more as thousands of protesters took to the streets in Israel, accusing their government of stalling on a deal.
Thousands of Israeli protesters returned to the streets to demand Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu bring an end to the war in Gaza and free the remaining hostages.
He's ruining the country. He divides us in order to keep his control.
Netanyahu addressed the nation asking for forgiveness for not bringing home the 6 murdered hostages alive. But his tone quickly shifted, saying he would not give in to pressure.
We're asked to make concessions? What message does this send Hamas? It says, kill more hostages, murder more hostages, you'll get more concessions.
He insisted Israel must retain control of the Philadelphia corridor, a narrow strip of land along Gaza's southern border with Egypt.
He believes that if the Philadelphia corridor is not patrolled by Israeli defense forces, that Hamas will not be eradicated. It will be able to continue to get weapons and funds from Egypt.
Both Egypt and Hamas deny the corridor is used to smuggle weapons, with Hamas saying there will be no deal unless Israeli forces withdraw.
President Biden and Vice President Harris met in the Situation Room with the U.S. hostage deal negotiation team Monday to discuss next steps.
Speaking to reporters, President Biden criticized Netanyahu's efforts to end the war.
You think he's doing enough?
No.
The president adding that he plans to speak to Netanyahu eventually as the war in Gaza rages on. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
As many cruise lines offer more and more features, some say bigger is not always better. We're bringing you more on the allure of smaller cruise ships.
Here's a look outside. We've got a mixture of sunny clouds, but overall it's a delightful feel to our Tuesday. Now tomorrow, you may need to pack the umbrella. We will have a small chance there could be some spotty rain. More timing on that, and then talking about a true taste of fall arriving for the weekend next.